Hi friends, my name is Borrodante. It's movie night, so let's paint Hammerpede. Now if you don't know what Hammerpede is, you probably haven't watched Prometheus. Or maybe you have, but you just don't know it's called that way. Anyway, Hammerpede is that creature, kind of a snake, with these things, that was hanging around in the room with the stone things with black liquid and all that. And it's like evil with vagina-like mouth in here. Let's paint this. I'm actually thinking let's paint the whole scene from the movie. There was 2 astronauts that discovered this Hammerpede. So let's go once more with 16:9 ratio to make it look like a screenshot from the movie. And let's thumbnail this bitch. This will be a nice way to think. Now I'm thinking let's make thumbnails with not the drawing approach, but as a black and white painting to define contrasts and values right away. Like the basic one, the global ones. I think it's gonna be a lot more productive than working with just contours. With this brush. Seems nice. Okay, let's see. I don't want to paint astronauts too much, like go too much of the details about them. So the whole scene is kind of dark, so let's start with black everywhere really. I'm gonna look up some screenshots from the movie. So they're inside of this huge hall where this whole kind of a ritual stuff going on. So it's kind of dark and a bit epic, but mostly very dark. So somewhere out there we can see kind of a wall. And then in here there's sort of a ground with a bunch of puddles like all over the place. It's really important to define the proper lighting, because if you don't think about lighting in the very beginning, you will just work on a whole bunch of extra details that are unnecessary at all. So I know I want to have only a spot of light in this area. And the puddles, they don't actually get lit, but they reflect. So it's gonna look a bit weird. Man, I'm not really good at painting locations like this, or like whatever. So this will be a good practice about this. And the thing about puddles, what's interesting, all of the surface of the puddle, or a lake or whatever, is always super even. So it reflects what we see in here. There will be kind of this kind of reflection going on. But at the very edges, where there are a bunch of stones and ground, and river reaches those stones and grounds, it starts kind of covering them, and there's a lot of wet stones and all that. And they start to reflect all the light sources in the room. So we always can see a bunch of highlights going on at the very edges of the puddles, like on the asphalt and stuff like that. Kinda looks like a puddle right away. For me it's hard to paint locations because I can't define the scale properly. I start working with big brushes to define main spots of the composition, and I can't realize that those spots are actually like mountains or hills. It just all becomes super small, like just a small pile of soil or something. Okay, so the Hammerpede should be kind of like this. I actually did a quick painting of Hammerpede like a while ago, about a year ago. You're probably looking at it right now. It was a really quick one, and well, I wanted to rethink this and make it bigger. I don't know why, it's not like I'm super in love with the movie or something. I mean, it's cool and all, but I know I like it because I'm a fan of Alien universe. But if you haven't watched Alien or something, or you're just not into this kind of movie, the first thing you'll probably say is that characters in the movie are very stupid. Well, it's kind of a thing of Alien franchise. Let's make it resting on the ground a little bit with this area. I think we actually never see the Hammerpede with open mouth in the movie. It kind of only opens its ears, so-called ears, and then it just jumps and attacks, but I don't think we see the actual mouth. but in all of the concept art, it has the mouth, and it's really cool looking. So that's something to work with. Let's rotate it a little bit, like 45 degrees look, so it would look more dynamic and interesting. I guess it's about time to add some astronauts. And also, let's define some fog via air perspective, because astronauts will be black silhouettes. We won't really see shit if we just don't define the fog. That's gonna work much better. Soft brush. Now for the astronauts. This seems more correct. Astronauts should be bigger comparing to the snake. I feel like Hammerpede's neck should be more straight. Like, this bend in here kind of breaks the image of it. Can't find a good position for this thing. It looks stupid. It looks like a pipe right now. Fuck it, I'm changing it completely. Okay, I really like the composition right now, but it's wrong. So this is a good chance to add another Hammerpede at the left side. Okay, I like this. Let's paint it. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to start with this stuff. It's kind of a good idea to use this, like to continue from this actual stage. So let's define the main gamma. Kind of like this, I guess. I gotta say, this bright light really makes it difficult to concentrate. I'm gonna try to turn it off and be like this while I'm thinking. This is so weird. But hey, if it helps, good. If it's not, then fuck it. I think like this will do. Yeah, and it's not bothering me that much. It's just super bright spot from here, really annoying. Like, I get tired way faster because of it. So anyway, we're here. I'm trying to add colors, just selecting certain areas like this with lasso, and then pressing Ctrl M and using curves to create any color I need from whatever it is already. And then moving on with details. This is a flashlight, not a vibrator. getting close to finish this. Should detail this guy's face a bit, because he looks like he's wooden. Oh my god. I'm tripping balls, man. Done. There we go. Pretty nice save I got with all the atmospheric stuff. Like, this bright spot of fog looks way better than any kind of details I could add on the back wall. Just because smoke is more important for atmosphere and just the story, and it's a lot less work. Oh yeah, and fog in here really worked awesomely. It separated everything from this front plane, the can with black goo, and this dark silhouette got really cool cinematic effect, like it's a dark thing and then there's smoke in front of it. Really looks awesome. So this was pretty painless experience, painless process, and I think that's a lot thanks to the fact that I turned away this bright spotlight like this. It's so good. You just have no idea. It's just, it looks better on the camera, but this thing is really fucking bright. And I was wondering, why do I have like super red eyes every time I film, like in the end? Well, probably because two super bright lights are constantly lighting up my face. Well, this was pretty cool. I loved the fact that I started with black and white and then just colored up certain things. And due to the fact that this scene is mostly one color, like the surrounding is really just one color, it's just gray, black, and that's it. And just in cold light, so that's what I started from. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing to think about. Like, every painting needs a certain way to start, so you would have faster and more optimized way to go. Well, anyway, this was the Hammerpede encounter. What? No. What? Anywho, thanks for watching if you did. I guess you did if you're here. Leave a like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Try petting a snake. Do whatever you want. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!